Hey, classmates. This is Deanna.
Hey guys, this is Brett, and it's been a minute.
It's been a long minute.
It's been a long minute, but welcome back to episode 53 of Hard Lessons True Crime Podcast.
That's right.
Man, we have missed you guys. Missed doing this.
Yeah.
Stupid Christmas.
No.
No,
Just life got busy.
this was a magical Christmas.
Was it?
Kids was here, extra kids was here.
That was the best part.
It was. Anthony and Keisha, I don't know if y'all hear this, but y'all are now required to spend Christmas with us every year.
Yeah, I don't know that they actually listened. Now, Anthony was asking about it.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know that anybody answered him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you may have to get Talia or Mason to tell him.
Okay. So, we hope, classmates, that y'all had a good Christmas and that y'all are ready to jump back into this crazy ride with us.
Yeah, because it's been like since Thanksgiving.
Well, we did that one in December with Nosy Nancy's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, with those amazing ladies from Central Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
And now that we're in 2025, we are just 3 months away from Boomtown Comic Con,
Yeah, we are. Now, what was the date on that again?
March 22nd.
March 22nd.
Borger, Texas.
It
Should be a Saturday.
is a Saturday. And what all do we have to do?
Well, we're going to have a booth there, and we're going to have samples of shirts, hats, different merchandise, and a sign-up sheet if anybody that is listening wants to come by and say hey to us. And we'll show you examples of what we have, and then we will order them.
Nice.
And figured it'd be easier that way than us either ordering way too many or not near enough or not the right sizes.
So, have you found somebody to do the shirts?
I've talked to a couple, hadn't really pinned it down yet.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, talked to a couple.
Sorry for the crinkly noises.
Or whatever. What are we, amateurs?
I'm trying to eat a piece of candy.
So, with all that being said, are you ready to get started?
Absolutely. Class is in session.
All right, the more you know.
Awesome.
The first avocado tree in the United States was planted in Florida in the year 1833.
Okie dokie.
So now you know that.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You might end up on Jeopardy one day, and the question being the state in which the first avocado tree is planted, and you can say, what is Florida?
Avocado, Florida. Not where I was thinking, but
There you go.
there you go.
You're welcome.
All righty.
All right. So the last episode that we did, just the two of us, was a Christmas murder, the Lawson family. And so going on with that theme, this week we're going to be discussing the Covina, California Christmas Eve Massacre.
The what?
Covina, California Christmas Eve Massacre.
I thought you said Covina.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Covina.
Okay. Christmas Eve Massacre. This sounds pretty sad.
It is, and also there, just a trigger warning, there's going to be talk of children being hurt and killed. There's going to be talk of suicide. There's going to be, a
whole bunch of
devastation.
A whole bunch of things. It's sounding like it.
Christmas is a magical time.
It absolutely can be.
Family and friends gather to reminisce on past memories while making new ones.
Yeah.
Such was the case on December 24th, 2008, at a nice home in a quiet cul-de-sac in Covina, California, which is 22 miles west of Los Angeles on I-10. The home is owned by Joseph and his wife Sotomayor Ortega, and they were there being visited by their children and grandchildren this evening, having the Ortega family party,
Oh, okay.
celebrating
It's
Christmas.
Christmas Eve, family's over. Oh, okay.
Yeah, playing games, eating, I'm sure, some amazing food.
Oh, I bet.
With the name of Sotomayor, you've got to be a good cook.
Really good dial numbers for delivery.
Exactly. Joseph had worked hard his whole life to provide for his family and always enjoyed their company when they came over. As they were celebrating, a knock on the door about 11:30 at night. Joseph's 8-year-old granddaughter ran to the door and opened it and was so excited to see Santa Claus standing there with a big gift.
Oh, yes.
You know this story?
I believe so.
The girl excitedly screamed, "Santa!" And there stood a man in a Santa suit holding said big gift. Um, but what nobody inside knew was that the man was actually Bruce Jeffrey Pardo, the recently ex-husband of Joseph's daughter, Sylvia Pardo.
Yep. So this house was full of family.
It was estimated over 25 people.
Yes, and it's huge family.
Mm-hmm. Without hesitation, Bruce grabbed a gun from inside his Santa jacket and shot the 8-year-old in the face.
Wow. That went really quick.
Yeah, it was dark fast. After unloading his semi-automatics, once he stepped inside the house, Bruce opened the package to reveal a homemade 2.5 foot tall pressurized fuel tank that he had filled with racing fuel.
Sounds like he was going to try to burn everybody.
Yes, ma'am. The house went up quickly. Partygoers fled the house in a panic, running to neighbors to call 911. A niece of Sylvia Prado jumped out of the second floor window. She survived but broke both of her ankles.
Well, yeah.
That would burn.
Yeah,
That would hurt.
I mean, it's not like you could go downstairs because he was right there.
Exactly. And it was all on fire. The racing fuel burns quicker than just a regular fuel.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it exploded pretty quickly.
Holy cow. So everybody on the bottom floor was dead, basically?
Except for the few that was able to escape before he set it on fire.
Okay.
Um, Now, bit of good news: the 8-year-old that was shot in the face and her 16-year-old cousin who had been shot in the back both survived.
Nice. That's all. That is great news.
Yes, ma'am.
So they were able to get out of the house before the fire?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were pulled to safety.
So I take it the whatever his name left? Bruce?
Yeah. We're going to get into that in a minute, but first we're going to do a little backstory on Bruce.
Okay.
He had a 9-year-old son from a previous relationship that he hadn't seen in probably 7, 8 years, but still claimed yearly on his taxes as a dependent.
Isn't that wrong?
It goes to point towards where his moral compass is, if nothing else.
I don't think he's supposed to do that. He's not supposed to claim he didn't even live with him.
Well, there's a lot of things that he probably wasn't supposed to do that he did.
Oh, because I'm like, huh. Okay.
Yeah. Now, let's go back a couple of years to 2006.
Okay.
Started out like it was going to be a great year full of hope, promise, and a bright future. Bruce and Sylvia had recently married and had a combined income of over $150,000 a year.
Well, they wouldn't hurt him.
They weren't hurting, and they had recently purchased a $500,000 home in a quiet cul-de-sac just north of Los Angeles.
Okay.
However, things quickly went south. By that summer, Sylvia had found out about Bruce's son, which he had told her he had never had any kids. So the lies started to mount.
Oh, I had kids, and then boom. How'd she find out?
The article didn't say. It just said that she found out
Okay.
about it. Other lies and issues followed, and by early 2008, the couple had separated. Um, a year of divorce proceedings and more problems for Bruce started to follow. So
Well, how could they not?
things are mounting up on him.
Well,
By July, Bruce lost his job that he had had for at least 15 years with ITT
whoa.
as an electrical engineer.
I was thinking he's going back, so.
Yes, ma'am. Receipts would show that Bruce started ordering guns, ammunition, and equipment to build that homemade flamethrower. Yeah,
As soon as he lost his job?
just before and right after.
So he was already thinking about it.
He was.
So probably during the divorce proceedings.
It was already running through his head. Another thing that that is going to let you know that it was premeditated. By early fall, Bruce ordered a custom-made Santa suit from a costume shop there in Los Angeles.
Custom made.
Custom made. The seamstress remembered Bruce ordering it bigger than he needed, and when she asked him, why you're not that big of a man? Why do you want it so big? Well, I mean, it's Santa. I want to look jolly.
Oh.
He was wanting to line it up with guns.
Oh. He wasn't trying to add no admin.
He wasn't trying to be festive. Bruce also went to the judge that was doing the divorce proceedings and requested that Sylvia pay him spousal support, which was denied. So things are just.
Judge, I mean, come on. Like, you're the stupid one that lost your job that was making equal money. That's on you.
Exactly.
She shouldn't have to pay for that.
No.
I'm thinking some tax records and things came into play and was like, wait a minute.
What's all this?
Yeah.
December 18th, the divorce was finalized. Bruce kept the house and the cars. Sylvia got to keep her diamond wedding ring, $10,000 in cash, and their dog, Saki, Saki.
Okay, hold up. So he gets the house that they were buying together.
And the cars.
And the cars. Apparently that's plural, so there's more than one car.
Correct.
But he wanted her to pay spousal support. It seems like he was wanting her to make the house and car payments.
This is exactly what I'm thinking.
So good for that judge. Be like, well, that's dumb. You get the house and the cars. She basically walked away with her clothes,
$10,000 cash.
Yeah, and that's it.
And the dog.
Oh, and the dog.
Can't forget about Saki. Saki. How would you say
Didn't she had kids from another?
No, she never had kids.
Oh, okay. Then I am thinking of something different then. Okay.
How would you pronounce Saki? Saki? Saki?
Sure.
Okay.
I would think Saki would be, isn't that how they spell it in Japanese? Like the Saki?
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to call it Saki.
Okay. So back to December 24th, just 6 days after the divorce was approved. Police believe that the victims killed in the incident are Sylvia Pardo, age 43, her mom and dad, Joseph and Soto Maya Ortega, Sylvia's two brothers and their wives, and her sister and a 17-year-old nephew. Now, you notice I said they believe those are the dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coroner officials say that the remains were too badly burned for immediate identification, so they couldn't be for certain if that's who it
But
was.
when the family regroups, whoever's not there.
Well, and they have proven now that that is who passed. But at the time,
well, Sylvia was shot and killed.
Yeah.
So basically, her whole family, brothers and sisters, and mom and dad.
The 17-year-old nephew had been on the second floor in one of the bedrooms looking something up on a computer when the house caught fire. And so he died from injuries from the fire.
From the fire?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, what about Bruce, you might say? Did he go away unscathed? He did not. Bruce received third-degree burns and the Santa suit melted to him.
Ouch.
Yeah, he didn't.
Ouch.
He didn't realize how quick that racing fuel would burn.
He wasn't thinking that his suit was probably polyester, like flame, like
highly flammable.
Yes.
Absolutely. So he got burned.
Like under all over his body.
No, I believe chest and arms. Yes, ma'am.
Enough. That's all that matters.
That's
right. Painful. Like you can't just peel that off.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. They say those are like the worst.
I just can't. I always go back to the movie The Outsiders.
And they. My when my dad worked for the city of Border, you know, when they go around and they fill those little lines in with that tar or whatever that is.
The street crew, street department.
From what I remember, one of those had blown up, and so he was burned.
Oh my gosh!
And so how you get the dead skin off is they're just scraping it off. Yeah, most painful.
Oh man!
That's why people just pass out.
Yeah. And then I always think back to here in Pampa just this past September, my buddy David Lee passing away in that house fire and what he had to go through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and that's why he chose
just keep me comfortable.
Yeah. Just let me be.
Yeah. Before planning all this out, Bruce also had rented 2 getaway cars. One he drove to the Ortega's home. Police found the second car in front of Sylvia's divorce attorney's house. Inside the car, it was packed out with a spare fuel tank, maps, clothing, and unwrapped Christmas gifts. Now, the police had to call the bomb squad because as they started to open the door, they noticed that there was some twine wrapped around the inside door handle and tied off, going to one of the Christmas gifts inside it. And so the bomb squad gets there, and sure enough, there was a bomb set up inside that car. So he was planning on, and there was that fuel tank. So he was planning on doing more devastation to the attorney.
So he was hoping that the attorney would come out to the car and be poking around it.
There's that theory, and there's also the theory of when he left the Ortega's house, he was going to drive to that house and do the exact same thing. But when he caught himself on fire, he was just like in too much pain and was like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. So police found Bruce.
How long did it take?
Not long. They found out that he had a brother that lived 40 miles north of Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine driving that far with milk?
Experiencing pain.
Like, how could you, like, not pass out?
Yeah.
Like, I just give up.
I know. I call it good. When they get to the brother's house, the brother is not there, but they notice that the rental car is. So they make entrance into the house, where they find Bruce dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Oh, couldn't handle it, huh?
Mm-mm. I'm thinking that the pain was just too much because he had other plans. Strapped to his legs, taped to his legs, was over $17,000 in cash, and
Why was it strapped to his legs?
and an airplane ticket to Chicago, Illinois, where they were theorizing he was going to fly there, rent a car, and then drive into Canada. So I'm guessing strap the money to his legs so it could make it past customs. Maybe I don't know.
He just wasn't really
He really wasn't.
there.
He really wasn't.
So I wonder if at his job, if like everything was all normal, and then if they could start seeing things like crumbling.
That's what it sounds like. He had been there, like I said, 15 years. Um, he was good at his job. Everybody praised the work that he did. And then just one day he went south and got
I wonder
fired.
what that trigger was, though.
Uh,
Like
the,
the trigger, there had to be some trigger, and then he just not acting normal, like his normal self, and doing weird things that led to the firing.
mm-hmm.
Surely it didn't take years for people to start noticing something different happening. Maybe it was because they wasn't married very long.
About a year and a half, maybe.
Sounds about she caught him,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of everything just started crumbling down, and he just couldn't do the work.
Yeah, maybe her finding out about his son, and then the other lies, um, which I'd be interested to know what they were.
Exactly, like what you lying about? What, you don't want me to see your tax returns? Maybe it was that. Maybe, she found out because it was tax time, and you have to gather all this stuff up. And he was like, no, I'll take care of it. And she somehow found out.
Could be.
Like, why are you claiming that? You don't got no 5 kids.
Maybe so. I don't know. That is the sad story of the Covina Christmas Eve massacre.
So literally, none of that family, like Sylvia and the 2 brothers and the mom and dad.
Their wives and a sister.
And a sister, like the whole family, just gone.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's literally the nieces and nephews and...
I think there was one sister that survived.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All total, 8 members of the Ortega family passed that night.
And you know why he went after the brothers first?
Because they're bigger.
Yeah, you take the threats out first.
That sounds like you've been planning something, T.
So, maybe he thought that 8-year-old was a threat.
I think that was just
done was shove her to the side.
I think that was just, yeah, she's here. Get her out of the way.
Well, he had his judgment.
Yes, ma'am. My bibliography for this week, NBCnews.com. Santa gunman led 2 lives to plot killings. DenverPost.com. Shooter ex-wife had bitter feud. And the LosAngelesTimes.com. Man in Santa suit kills at least 8 at Covina party.
Okay, you said the plot killings of...
Yeah, Santa gunman led 2 separate. I think they might have meant 2 different lives to plot killings.
What 2 different lives did he live?
Well, I mean, he was not going around thinking, like he told the seamstress, "Oh, I just want it to be jolly," so wasn't letting people on that. Hey, I'm gonna kill these people, but yet back in the summer, he was already ordering the guns and the stuff to make the fuel sprayer.
Is that 2 different lives?
I would think so. You're going out acting all normal and stuff. There was a video I watched about this on YouTube, and I didn't mention it during this because I forgot to write down it as a resource. But they actually interviewed a man that owns a bakery in that area, a bakery/restaurant that Bruce used to visit at least once a week. And so Christmas Eve morning, he went in there and ate a turkey sandwich. And he said he was acting normal. He was, I went over and I spoke with him.
Okay, hang on. You mean Christmas Eve morning?
Yeah, that's what I said, Christmas
No,
Eve.
I thought you said Christmas Day morning. And I was like, wait a minute, he was already dead. How did you do that?
If I said Christmas Day, I meant Christmas Eve.
Misheard.
But he was acting normal. I went over and I talked with him. He said, really, the only thing strange was when he came in, he would usually get a jelly donut and a cup of coffee. Today, he had a turkey sandwich and a cup of coffee. But I went over and talked to him, and he wished me and my family a Merry Christmas. And I said, yeah, same to you. And he said the only thing weird about that was when I said that, he kind of smiled like, huh.
Kind of like,
But
I'm about to.
yeah.
Huh.
So
I was thinking more of the not telling her about his
son. That could be part of a double life, also. Yeah.
Um, from all intents, was that the word? Intents and purposes, or whatever. With Sylvia, it was all flashy, trying to make an impression, da 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 da. But that past life, maybe he was already crazy and he just kept it hidden.
Maybe so.
And then it just, all of these little things just triggered him to be like, yeah. But I really want to say this is on one of those ID.
Like Snapped or
Something like that, I think. But the way that I remember that, it was very intense. Of course, me being me, I'd be like, we don't open the flipping door at 11:30 at night. I don't care what day it is.
yeah.
We don't do that. You let an adult take care of that.
Exactly.
For that purpose. 11:30 at night? No, you don't know what weirdo is gonna be there. So that right there to me was like.
So any kids listening, which hopefully you're not, but that's a lesson. Don't open the door at 11:30 at night.
But then again, maybe that's when Grandpa arranged
For a Santa to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know it's like, no. We ain't opening the door at 11:30. I don't care if there's a Santa. I didn't arrange for no Santa, so we ain't opening it.
Santa would use the fireplace anyway. Why would he knock on the door?
Just be like, sorry, we don't want none.
We gave already.
This is sad.
It is. It is. Rest in peace, Ortega family.
Just all of them wiped out. Like, dude. And I really want to say that, I mean, there's still PTSD happening.
Oh my gosh.
For this family that was in the house. And then the ones that, there's always those that, hey, I need to go ahead and leave early, that wasn't there. Maybe if I would have been there, I could have done something.
Right. Yeah, if I was a part of the surviving member, as much as I love Christmas, if I was a part of the surviving family, I don't think I could ever celebrate ever again.
But then you're taking away of what the real meaning of what Christmas is, because it's
true. I don't know that I could, especially if I was one of the surviving members that was there inside the house.
Yeah,
seeing all of that.
I totally get it. But then I'm like, oh, to honor their memory, have a big old party.
Absolutely.
Like a memorial party or something. I don't know, but I hope that they're doing good. I hope they're okay.
Me too. So, Teach, what's my grade for this week?
I would give you an A.
Sweet. I made a B last time, so I will take that A.
Of course, you know me, like.
More details.
Yeah.
But I did look up, Covina is 22 miles west of Los Angeles.
Yeah, see, that didn't mean nothing to me. Yeah, I just like to know, like, what was his work like? Was there any problems happening before this? Was he acting a little bit Lulu? I mean, there's all kinds of things, but you did a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. So Teacher's reaching into the bowl to see what I'm reporting on next week.
All right. Next week is host choice.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, that's kind of exciting. You can find some really cool things when it's a host choice.
I have something in mind.
Cool. We're going to have details.
We are going to have details.
You're going to set the scene that leads into whomever and then leads into what they did. And
Man, I can't tell you.
well, okay.
So, we will be back next week.
Next week.
Sunday, there will be a new episode. And we will be back next week. No more of this 3 weeks off.
No, because you got to make it consistent.
Exactly. I'm sure all 5 of our listeners have been like, where's Brett and Deanna?
They could have been. They very well could have been.
Absolutely.
Although we didn't get no email.
I know, classmates.
That's okay. You don't have to email us. That just shows that.
We do have it. We did get an email, but it was a scam.
Oh.
So,
Well, that's sad.
Maybe we'll have a contest. The first person that emails us wins a t-shirt.
Nice. Like where it says hard lessons?
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that shirt.
All right. Email is hardlessonstcp.23@gmail.com.
I'm glad you have it memorized because
I look at it like 5 times a day. Anybody emailed us yet? No. So that is all right. Classmates, we love you and thank you for hanging out with us. And we'll see you next week with something that I come up with on my own.
Class is dismissed.